to talk to Danielle, ask her any questions that you'd like. She couldn't be here today because the tournament yesterday finished up in San Francisco, and there was no way for it to get her here in time. So in the COVID world, doing something virtually, you guys are used to that. And so thanks to our good friends at Great Lakes, Todd Mitchell here and his team will bring Danielle in and welcome her. One other note, our women's summit this year that we normally have during the Marathon Classic, we've decided to do that the week of the Solheim Cup. And it's going to be on Tuesday, August 31st. We're selling tables to that event. We're going to hold it at the Stranahan. Normally we have it in the Champions Pavilion here. And this year we thought we'd move it to the Stranahan. We can accommodate many more tables there. We have about 40 tables here, and over there we can accommodate 65 tables. So we're very excited to hold that event during the week of the Solheim Cup. And there she is. All right. She on there?
Hi.
Hi, Danielle. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. How are you guys?
Good, good. I'm Judd Silverman, the tournament director. Welcome back. And I'm just going to get it.
There you are.
You can see me now. All right. See ya. Hello.
I see you now.
Just again, want to welcome you to our media day as the defending champion of the Marathon Classic. And just thought I'd kick it off by asking you about those 2 weeks in Toledo last year. Pretty unique that you guys would be playing in one city back to back, and pretty unique that the tournament you won the first tournament on, you'll be leading the American team in the Solheim Cup this year on that course, Inverness. And then the next week, obviously, you came over to Highland Meadows and defeated Lydia there on the last hole. But why don't you just tell us a little bit about how special those 2 weeks were for you last year?
Well, thank you for having me today in the media day. I haven't seen you in a year, Judd, so hope you're doing well. Last year was a tough year for a lot of people, and having to go to Ohio for 2 tournaments in a row and to compete back to back in one city was really easy. And I think that was a great start because, you know, in our jobs that we have to travel so much, but I didn't have to unpack or pack for another week, which was super nice. So heading into Marathon Classic was kind of a good shift and just a nice transition. And I felt that I just carried my momentum from Inverness to Highland Meadows. But on the final round, I think I started 4 back of the day. I just didn't want to give up until the end. And I knew that there was birdies out there and the golf course was in great shape. I think I spoke to you on Tuesday night or Wednesday night. It was Tuesday night. I was out there at 7 p.m. I think you came up on the green and I was doing drills on the golf course. Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you were kind enough to talk to me for about 20 minutes. So thank you.
Yeah, we did chat for a while. Yeah, we practiced really late, and Marathon Classic always had the family vibe. And you guys have been with the LPGA, I think the longest, to be honest, longest reigning golf tournament, one of the oldest. And it's just, I'm really excited to go back. And with Inverness being Inverness, we're going to play Marathon before the Solheim this year. So hopefully I can carry some good momentum back into Inverness after Marathon Classic.
Speaking of Inverness and the Solheim Cup, why don't you just talk a little bit about what you like about that golf course and why you think the Americans can play well on it, and just how special the Solheim Cup is to you and the other women. But you're number 1 in the points right now, and it looks like you have a pretty comfortable lead, and you'll definitely be on the team. And what, you know, is the Solheim in the back of your mind a lot or not?
It definitely is. Solheim Cup is something that that you want to compete and you want to participate. Anytime you get to represent your country is an honor. And this is about the third time I'll be representing the United States. But to be honest, coming back to the States after a tough loss in Scotland 2 years ago, I'm really excited to compete in Ohio as well, is because everybody's such a fan there. You know, when you go to certain cities and people are very, very supportive, and certain cities are very all about sports and the community. And I'm really excited to see how many people are going to come out and how the Solheim Cup's going to fan out. And I know there's going to be a lot of USA fans out there. And with that being said, I think Inverness itself is a really tough golf course. It's a good track. I believe that, you know, the Americans can play well. A couple of the advantage I guess we can have is that both of the teams have very long hitters. We got some long drivers on our side and long drivers on European side, but I think the short game is going to differentiate the winner and, you know, whoever wins or not, because Inverness, even if you hit good golf shots, I think you're going to have a lot of tough up and downs around the greens. Like, I think they switched number 9 and 18, if I remember that.
That's correctly. Right.
Yeah,
just those 2 holes.
Yeah, just those 2 holes, and I don't know how they're going to play it yet, but both of them could be a reachable par 4 if they pull the tees up. And I think even those would be a really good test of reachable par 4. The Solheim Cup number 9 would have a really big bunker in front of the green, left of the green, and the entire green slopes back to front. And it's just a tough hole. And same along with number 18 of Inverness will be, for Solheim, would be pop bunker on the left, rough on the right, anything like that. You still have to learn to score. So anybody that is really talented around the greens and been able to feel and be more imaginative and be able to walk away with saving pars and being able to chip ins and good up and downs for birdies would differentiate a good win.
Yeah. Well, Danielle, we've got many members of the media here with us, and I want to turn the questions over to them. But last note about both events, I can assure you that with fans being allowed to come back to the Marathon Classic and obviously the Solheim Cup, you are going to see a ton of red, white, and blue out there. I'll just tell you that. This community has been working for 4 years on the Solheim Cup, and it is going to be rocking out there. I'll just tell you that right now, based on our sales and the enthusiasm that we're you know, feeling every day from the business community and people in the region. It is going to be an incredible event, and you can turn up the music on that first tee again when you tee it up, and the crowd will be there cheering you on. So awesome. Anyway, thanks for joining us today, and I want to turn it over to any members of the media to ask you questions directly. So
thank you.
Yeah, you can come right up. Yep.
Hi, Danielle. Can you just kind of give an idea of what it is like to play in the Solheim Cup, and what are the feelings and emotions and all those kind of things like, as opposed to a normal golf tournament?
Solheim Cup itself is very special, and when people said to me it's indescribable, I personally thought, because there's so much good talk or hype about the first tee, that I had too much expectations, that I wasn't gonna feel what they were talking about. But to be honest with you, it's actually indescribable. The high that you feel, the bleeding red, white, and blue everywhere, the entire grass is just filled with people, and there's nothing like it. And for it to have a team to have your back, normally we play alone, and the team that you have is your caddy and your coach, and I have my personal team. But with that being said, actually playing a golf game, knowing that each point matters and each shot matters, and you're playing for something greater than you, there's nothing like it. And Solheim Cup is something special, and I hope that people could, you know, people see the magnitude of that event and come out and feel the vibe, because I think the fans themselves can say that it's a different tournament than any other tournaments that they attend.
Yeah, Danielle Roy Akers. Have you ever had it where you've had players on tour that maybe you didn't know real well and you had a rivalry, but after the Solheim Cup in the past or in the future that you felt like had a different understanding of that player and it made you root for him more, or, have a good friendship come out of it?
I think that people on tour know each other pretty well. We're pretty tight group. We all travel together from tournament to tournament, not obviously in the same flight a lot of times, but we all know each other. At the end of the day, when we all play, we're there for one reason, and it's to bring the cup back. Having fun is one thing, but second of all, we, as USA, we want to win for the country. And all the players, if I can speak for the players, I'm sure that they're out there wanting to compete and play the best they can with whoever, and especially with the pod system, whoever we thought we would complement each other the best. And the captains have done an amazing job to complement that. So with that being said, I've only played with, multiple players, but not just the Solheim Cup team. I've played different team events where I've played with just random people, and different personalities can match. Sometimes it's not, but I think tour, I think everyone knows each other, especially the people that are making the team.
All right, Danielle, thanks for joining us today. They're showing Solheim Cup promos on all the golf weekends here in the Toledo area. And in the promos, all the girls have ski caps on and things like that. Was it that cold when you guys were playing? And you will not need those here
San
in Toledo
Francisco?
in August.
So in San Francisco, it's been, for the last 2 weeks, it has been very, very cold. I've been wearing 3 layers on bottoms and 3 layers on top minimum. And the last day, for some reason, I don't know, yesterday, I don't know what got into me. I was wearing shorts, but I was still wearing 3 layers on top. It has been very cold. And I know that we won't have to worry about that in Ohio. So I'm actually really excited for some hot weather. Evidently, I'm not very good in the cold, so.
Hey, Danielle, just kind of wanted to reflect back on last year with how strange it was without the fans, and just kind of how cool it is to have the fans back, and how much you're looking forward to the fans in Toledo.
I am so happy to have the fans back. Golf's not the same without fans. When everybody asked when we didn't have fans, do you see any difference? And I said, it is what it is right now. And I didn't realize the intensity and the excitement that fans brought. The whole last months of, I don't know how many months that we didn't have fans for, but it felt, I didn't know what I was missing until they came back. And now that we have them back, I want them to stay and come watch and be excited and cheerful. And when I hit a good shot, people clap. I mean, at the end of the day, we're entertainers, and we want to perform in front of a gallery, in front of fans. So I'm really, really happy that they're back. And hopefully, even for Solheim, I'm really excited to see what the city of Toledo is going to bring.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm just curious. I mean, as you're aware, they named the street out in front of the course after you. Do you have any
Okay.
other streets named after you anywhere? And just how cool did you think that perk of winning was?
That's a really cool question, because I've always wanted to have a street named after me, and a Marathon Classic made that dream come true. No, I don't have any other street names after me. I think you'd have to be pretty big shot to have people just name streets after you, in other cities. But with that being said, I'm really thankful with Judd and everyone to agree to have my caddy's name on it as well. I don't know if this is the first time for a caddy to be ever on the street with me, but he's my team, and I wanted him there with me on the street. And hey, it's the first time a caddy's name's on the street too. So I'm really, really thankful for City of Toledo for allowing that, and can't wait to go see it in person.
How, I mean, aside from trophies and money, I mean, it's like getting a street named after you one of the coolest perks you've had of winning a tournament?
100%. I actually don't keep any of my trophies. My mom keeps them all. My parents always had them. money is, I mean, it is still a job. We got to make a living and we never know when our next paycheck's coming mostly. And, but with all that said, like I play golf. I'm blessed enough to say that I play golf for passion and I love playing. And sometimes we get really cool gifts. And when you win, sometimes you get a phone call from a really cool person or things that you never dreamed of and your doors open and opportunities arise. And one of the things being, I guess I got to say one time in my life that I had a street named after me. So that's a really,
what are, just out of curiosity, what are like some other kind of quirky, interesting things that have come with winning a tournament?
honestly, there's so many, there's just so many random things. I mean, think about it. It might sound crazy, but me finishing second place at BMW Classic, I didn't win, but I got a sponsorship with BMW and I have free BMWs. I mean, that's just pretty cool, And I played a golf tournament. I got a hole-in-one. I won a car. I won another car after that. And then people get excited. It's just little perks that you get that people don't realize how much of a blessing it actually is, more so than just the result.
That's cool. And then why was it so important for you to have your caddy also on the street sign?
It was very important for me to have his name on there. And I know I was kind of being a little bit of a brat about it and very persistent on it, because he's my teammate and he's part of my team and he's my partner out there. And it just, we won it together. And a lot of times when we win, I get to keep the trophy. He takes the 18th-hole flag. That's just kind of how it is. He gets a percentage of the money. Everything's very cut and dry. But with something as cool as winning, I mean, getting a perk of getting a street named after me, it wasn't just me. It was my whole team. And if I could put everybody's name on it, I would. But I really wanted his name on there. And I wanted him to experience what it is to accomplish something that a lot of people can't say that they have done in their lifetime. And I will hope that one day when he's old, sitting in a rocking chair, he could look back and say, hey, there was one time where I had my name on a street. And that's something that I really wanted to give to him. So
cool. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, you have a new LPGA commissioner. Has there been anything internal or anything that you've heard that's got you really excited for the future of the tour going forward?
Well, you use the word internal, so I'm gonna have to keep it internal.
Why? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of things, but I mean, they got to share with the players a vision.
Well, for right now, I believe that LPGA is taking the media the way they want to approach things. There's not really more or less I can say. We all got the news that we have a new commissioner coming on board, and I think we're all really excited to see where we're headed. And the vision and the plans, I mean, you're gonna have to ask the tour LPGA for that.
Hey there, Danielle. On the PGA Tour, Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka have kind of formed a little bit of a rivalry. Do you have a rival? Is there any rivalries on the LPGA Tour that you're aware of? And would you like to see maybe a little bit more to create even more interest in the LPGA?
I just heard about that drama. I just actually heard about it. I was so confused on why somebody was calling someone something. I forgot what it was, Brooksy or something. I don't really know. But honestly, it's just so, I mean, I don't know what answer people want to know on the LPGA about rivalries or not. And I'm not, there are definitely rivalries out on the LPGA Tour. No, not, but with that being said, I don't think anybody is very disrespectful to each other. Not saying that Brooks or Bryson are disrespectful to each other. I mean, people can do what they want. I don't think that just because they're doing it doesn't mean that somebody on the LPGA Tour has to do it. And I don't think it's really my place to say whether it's right or wrong, or we should or we shouldn't. It's just life. People talk about things. People don't like each other. People like each other. We could talk about who likes who and who doesn't like who, but it's just, I don't know. I think I'm more about a person that wants to stick to the game and want to talk about golf and want to talk about how the golf courses are, where we're playing, and how I want to talk about how we can grow the game instead of talk about things like that.
Hi, Danielle. The European Tour just completed a mixed championship. Would you like to see something like that here in America, or even bring back maybe maybe this is past your time, the J.C. Penney's?
That was before my time. I would love to see that back because I was kind of jealous of that European Tour tournament. I wanted to compete in it, and Annika is one of my heroes. And to be able to, I actually haven't even got to play the Big Open where they have the same in Australia. We did the same thing where the men and the women played the same event and different tees and all that. And they had 2 separate trophies, but it's 2 tournaments. But the mixed event itself, I think was really cool. I think it's a different way of approaching the game, a more broad and more open ideas. I always like to see things getting mixed up and try new things. So I would love to see something different come back or try again. Or
well, if you like pick a teammate from the PGA, who would it be?
You know, I've known Dustin Johnson for a long time now, and I've really wanted to play a team event with him. So maybe one day.
Hey, Danielle. It's
Hi.
Paige with Marathon Classic. Thanks for joining us today. One of the main missions of our tournament here in Northwest Ohio is to raise funds for local children's charities and to give back. And I know that's a big part of your life and what you do. So why is that so important to you? And what are the charities or what are the areas that you like to give back in?
Thank you for asking me that question, Paige. So, well, I have different organizations that I work with, and one of the main aspirations for me and to help is food and hunger, and preventable causes is one of the most things that I really want to attack and bring awareness to. And I partnered up with a company called Happy Foodie, and they've donated the sponsor money that I would have gotten, and we traded in for meals, and we donate that to food banks. And I also work with UNICEF, and it's just, there's so much more that you can help and broaden your circle with. But with that being said, though, at the Marathon Classic, I'm actually doing a really cool project. I don't know if anyone knows, but I partnered up with Weatherman Umbrella, and we're creating a custom umbrella. So that all started because of the week right before, during Inverness and at Marathon, when it was raining, my caddy actually wrote on the umbrella, "Butch, you owe me $100." I don't know if that went viral. And from that, we got an idea to maybe partner up with an umbrella company, create a new artwork of umbrella. And I'm going to be donating the money, that profit that we make in conjunction with the partnership, donating the umbrellas and the money to the areas in need. So maybe if you guys' focus, you guys have a Marathon Classic has a specific focus, maybe we can donate that profit to you guys for a year. It's always open to ideas, but I would love to have people come up to me, talk to me about what they're passionate about and what their communities are passionate about. So education is another thing that I'm very passionate about as well. So, but it's going to be released that week. So if you guys have any ideas in the local charities that we can help, please let us know.
Well, we definitely will, because we have 30 charities that are benefiting from the Marathon Classic this year. And our goal is to raise $600,000 for those individual charities. So we are looking forward to working with you on that. And then I just have one more. You mentioned Annika as one of your, someone you look up to, or a hero, so to say. What other women in your life have impacted not only yourself professionally, but personally as well, and have helped you get to the point that you are at today?
As cliche as this sounds, the women in my life, every woman in my life have driven me or inspired me or molded me into who I am today, especially my mom. She is one hell of a lady. I look at her and I don't know how she does 99% of the things that she does. And she motivates me, inspires me, and she helps me want to be better myself. And to have a mom like that, I'm very thankful for. Anytime I could rely on her for everything. And I think I'm very blessed to say that. Sometimes a lot of people haven't been able to communicate with them, but we've been through a lot together where I can share with her all the highs and lows, and I can lean on her. And with that, even my friends, even on tour, I've called MB Park my second mom on tour. I mean, she has food ready for me when I'm done. Same thing with Soyeon Yu. When I'm done with the round, they already know that I'm going to be late, and they have food ready so I could eat dinner. And same thing with my best friends. You know, they know when I need a support, and they're there. So all the women in my life, when I see what they do, the kind of friend they are, the sister they are, the moms, like they inspire me, and they want me to be, they help me want to be better and want to be a better friend, sister, daughter, and etc. So
Awesome. Thank you.
thank you.
Two more and we'll let you go.
Oh, that's okay, Judd. This is shorter than when you and I had a chat on the first hole.
I had to take advantage of it. You were alone on that golf course with your caddy, and I was like, well, what a time to
I was alone
bugger.
on that golf course at 7 p.m. at night, and then Judd just bursted our bubble.
And you won.
Hey, it was good luck. You could burst our bubble anytime.
Speaking of you and Ollie, I always want to ask players, like for Solheim, where's Ollie from?
He's from England.
So there you go. I have to ask the question because I see a lot of times maybe American guys are caddying for European players and European guys are caddying for American players. Does that ever enter into it at all when you guys are in the heat of the battle in Scotland or in Des Moines or wherever?
I mean, I probably shouldn't talk about his personal life, but his girlfriend's Emily Pedersen, and she's on the European team one of the time. So it's you know, Ollie, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but his work is very important to him. Yeah. So especially during the Solheim Cup week, he just says he's American for that week. He's got to go with it. He's all red, white, and blue for that. And it's very, he's got to support whatever player he's caddying for. You know, that's the idea for all the caddies that are caddying for opposition countries, because you still want to win whoever you're caddying for, right?
Pat Hurst, captain. First time she's been the captain. I know she's been a great assistant, I believe, for the last 3 Solheim Cups. Tell everybody a little bit about her. Heck, she played in our tournament when she was on tour, so we've known her, but what kind of captain will she be?
Pat Hurst will be, you know, I'm actually really inclined to see what kind of, hold on one second. Sorry, that was my brother. He's just sneaking in having a media. Pat Hurst, I'm really excited to see what kind of captain she's going to be. I'm pretty sure she's going to take a different approach than being an assistant captain, I believe. I might be wrong, but she's very determined, strong-minded, strong-headed, big heart. And she was actually my pod mom, the pod captain for the past 2 Solheims I played. And she is so encouraging, and she's got the biggest heart and the biggest motivation. So as a captain, I think she's going to be very, you know, what is the word I'm looking for? Just goal in mind, set goal, and this is what we're going for. And I think she's going to be very determined. So I'm excited to play for her and can't wait to see what she's going to bring to the team as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Then last question, can you give everybody an idea what Danielle Kang's going to be doing from today forward before you get to marathon, before you play in Solheim, what tournaments, and what about the Olympics?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull up my schedule. Okay, so from now until marathon, yeah, I will be competing in the KPMG Classic. I will be
in
competing
Atlanta.
in
in
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this week I will not be competing in Myers, the Meyer Classic in Michigan, and I will be competing in KPMG Women's PGA Championship. I will also be playing Marathon Classic and then Dow.
And who are you partnering with at Dow?
I'm actually partnering with Lydia Ko.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Lydia and I will be partners at Dow. It'll be really exciting. It's going to be a fun week, actually. We're really, really excited. She's like my little sister. So I know that, a whole ordeal that happened at marathon was marathon, but at the end of the day, we're family. So,
Yep.
But the Olympics are coming up before the Solheim Cup, and Olympics are something that I've dreamed about all my life. So I think that'll be it's just going to be something that I can't even put into words yet because I haven't been. But after that, I think I have another event to be really excited about, which is the Solheim. So we just got a big year ahead. I've got, another major. I got to go defend my title. I got a team event. I've got another major, then the Olympics, and then the Solheim. I think that will be my cutoff for then. And then Solheim will be my ultimate, I got to make it till here. And until then, I'm just going to keep practicing with my coach, Butch Harmon, working on my game and try and just play the best I can and improve my game.
Fantastic. Wow. You are busy, and what a year it's going to be for you. Already is. You're playing great golf, and we look forward to having you back in Toledo real soon in a few weeks. And unless there's any other questions, we'll let you get on with your day off, a well-deserved day off. And thanks again for everything, Danielle. You're a great champion, and we're proud to have your name on the street, and along with Ollie's. And we're going to have a little special ceremony for you and Ollie when you come.
Thank you so much for doing that, by the way, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's our pleasure. And the mayor of the city of Sylvania, Craig Stow, is going to present the two of you with a little street sign with both your names on it.
Oh, we'll each get one? That's amazing. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for allowing that to happen. I know it was difficult, but I really, really appreciate it. He's so excited. He said he's going to drive up and down people and be like, this is my street. So we're really excited to go back to Sylvania and play the Toledo Classic, the Marathon Classic, sorry. But I've played there since when it was Jamie. Oh wait, I've heard about it since it was Jamie Farr. It was actually one of my great friends, Wayne Gretzky and Janet Gretzky's first date was at Jamie Farr Classic back at Marathon. That is a fun fact.
Wow, that's pretty
Yes.
good. Yeah, he played in the Pro-Am 1 year, right after Edmonton won the Stanley Cup, a matter of fact.
That is one of Janet and Wayne's first dates, is that event. And I know that because they were telling me, they're my family. And so that's good. You guys have a special place in my heart, and with the win, and I can't wait to go back out and try and defend.
Fantastic. Yeah, I remember the day Wayne Gretzky played. We got a call on the radio that could you bring out 36 balls for Wayne Gretzky? He's on the 4th tee. And I was like, what do you mean? He's run out of balls already? So we take 36 balls out there. Well, what he had been doing, he'd hit a shot, sign a ball, and give it to a kid. So he gave all his golf balls away, and he needed more balls to give to the fans. Obviously, that's the kind of guy he is. So
Yeah. I actually, from the question earlier from Paige, I got a nice little talking to from Janet about 3 weeks ago. No, wait a second. It's already been a month now. Yeah. So I woke up a little bit after getting a nice little chat with her on my way back home from Asia. So she's one of my inspiration as a women inspiration in my life, and really thankful to have it in my life. So.
Well, why don't you invite the Gretzkys to Toledo for the Solheim Cup so they can come cheer on the red, white, and blue?
Maybe they'll come. Yeah, they should. I'll ask them.
Wonderful. Well, thanks, Danielle. Thanks for your time. And we look forward to seeing you real soon, and good luck at KPMG and the tournaments prior to the Marathon Classic. And we'll see you.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thanks so much.
Bye.